All right, let's talk about sleep. But I promise you, we're about to totally transform your entire relationship with it. It's time to forget the 8-hour rule. Today, we're going to dive into a simple but way more powerful idea: sleeping smarter, not longer.
Okay, be honest. Does this sound familiar? You do everything right. You get a full 8 hours, but when that alarm shrieks in the morning, you feel like you've barely slept at all. It is one of the most frustrating feelings, right? Well, you're not imagining it. There's a real, scientific reason for it, and we're about to break it all down. And this right here gets to the absolute heart of the matter. See, your brain isn't just an accountant logging hours. It's more like a quality control inspector looking for completed restorative cycles. That means 5 hours of high-quality, deep sleep can be 1,000,000 times more powerful than 8 hours of tossing and turning. It is all about the quality, not just the quantity.
So let's just go ahead and officially bust this myth wide open. The number 8 is just that, a number. What really matters is what your brain is actually doing during those hours. Are you truly recovering, or are you just resting? Because believe me, there is a huge difference.
Think of it like this. Every single night, your brain has a non-negotiable checklist it has to get through. It has to hit 2 supercritical stages. First up is deep sleep. This is like your body's physical repair shop. Then there's REM sleep, and now it's your mind's turn. This is like a nightly software update where your brain processes emotions, files away memories, and yeah, it's also where all those wild dreams happen. Quality sleep simply means you're successfully cycling through both of these stages over and over again.
And this is the enemy: fragmented sleep. This is what happens when all those little disruptions, the late-night coffee, the stress from work, the blue light from your phone, keep yanking you out of those crucial deep and REM stages. So your body might be lying perfectly still, but your brain never gets the chance to do its real work. You're physically resting, but you're not mentally recovering.
So, how do we fix this? Well, the first step is to stop fighting against your own body and start working with its natural built-in system for sleep. Let me show you how.
I want you to meet your circadian rhythm. Seriously, think of this as your internal master clock. When your sleep schedule is all over the place, this clock gets totally confused. It doesn't know when to release melatonin, that's the hormone that makes you feel sleepy. But when you create a consistent routine, you're training it. Your brain learns the pattern and starts working for you, not against you.
And here it is, the single most effective way to regulate that clock. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, that includes weekends. I know it might sound rigid, but what you're really doing is building trust with your brain. You're teaching it to prepare for sleep and wakefulness at the exact right times.
Okay, now that we understand the why, let's get into the how. This next section is all about the practical, actionable tools you can start using tonight to signal to your brain that it is time to power down and get that high-quality rest we've been talking about.
Let's start with a number, and I want you to remember this one: 90. This is pretty much the magic number in sleep science. One full sleep cycle, from light sleep down into deep and REM sleep and back up again, takes about 90 minutes. This is the fundamental building block of restorative sleep.
So, how do you actually use this magic number? Well, you start thinking in cycles instead of hours. You want to aim to wake up at the end of a 90-minute cycle. That means you should be targeting sleep durations like 6 hours, which is 4 full cycles, or 7.5 hours, which is 5. You're literally aligning your wake-up time with your brain's natural rhythm.
And why does this work so well? Because it helps you avoid this thing called sleep inertia. That's the scientific term for that awful, groggy, who am I feeling you get when your alarm rips you out of a deep sleep. By waking up at the end of a cycle, your brain is in a much lighter stage of sleep, which makes the whole transition to being awake feel smooth and easy. Now here's a simple, memorable routine to prime your body and mind for rest, the 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours before bed, stop eating heavy meals so your body isn't focused on digestion. 2 hours before bed, stop working. Let your brain off the hook from problem solving. And the big one, 1 hour before bed, no screens. That blue light is a direct signal to your brain to stay awake.
So the psychology behind the 3-2-1 rule is something called cognitive offloading. I love this analogy. Think of it like closing all the open tabs in your brain's browser before you shut it down for the night. You're actively telling your nervous system, hey, the day is over, it's safe to rest. You're guiding your brain into a relaxed state where sleep can actually happen.
And the process doesn't stop when you fall asleep. How you wake up is just as important. If you can, get about 10 minutes of morning sunlight right after you wake up. It sets your body clock for the entire day. And a little bit of movement, or even just a splash of cold water, gives your brain a natural jolt of energy, clearing away any of that leftover fog, no caffeine required.
All right, finally, let's talk about maybe the most important part of this whole equation, the mindset shift. It really is all about changing how you view sleep itself.
This is so crucial. For way too long, we've been taught to see sleep as a sign of weakness or laziness. It's time to completely reframe that. Sleep is an active, performance-enhancing tool. It's your brain's dedicated time to repair, recharge, and get ready for the day ahead.
And the benefits of this recovery mode? They're huge. We're not just talking about feeling less tired. We're talking about showing up as your best self. Quality sleep translates directly to better focus, more stable moods, and sharper decision-making in pretty much everything you do.
So, as we wrap up, the choice is really yours. You can keep chasing that elusive 8-hour number and probably wake up feeling just as frustrated. Or you can start working with your brain's natural rhythm, focus on quality, and unlock the incredible power of restorative sleep. So I'll leave you with this. Will you keep counting hours, or will you start counting cycles?